Yo. Oh, my God. The positivity of this team. This team is a drug. It's addicting. I need more. I want more wins every single week because that's what they're going to do. They are dangerous. The Philadelphia Eagles are dangerous.
Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
The Philadelphia Eagles this week, it was an emotional roller coaster because this was the first time that we were facing Carson Wentz in a divisional rival uniform, okay? Eagles beat the Commanders 24-8. They left 21 points off the board. Could have put more points on the board, trust me. I'll get to that part of the game when I get to it in this video. But Jalen Hurts is just absolutely amazing, growing before our eyes, becoming what he's supposed to be. And I got to say, guys, like, he stays on this track and rolls with what he's doing right now, he is going to get big money as a quarterback. And I'm sorry to say, but I'm not even sorry to say, I'm happy because Eagles have 2 first-round picks next year and a second-round pick. And I am telling you right now, Hurts is playing amazing. I mean, he had 22 for 35, okay, 63% completion percentage, 340 yards, 3 touchdowns. One that Dallas Goedert on the screen pass, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith. A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith had their first touchdowns, okay, 123.5 QBR. I mean, it's just Hurts is – I am overwhelmed of and feel really proud of his work ethic. And because I saw Carson Wentz and what he did on the field today, took the easy way out of Philadelphia, got to 2 other teams that have really good, offenses that he added himself to that was handed to him on a silver platter. Man, this kid works his butt off. I mean, Jalen Hurts, what he did this offseason is just, it's limitless. This is what hard work gets, and Jalen Hurts is one of the most hardworking football players I've ever seen, ever. Carson Wentz had no answer for us. I mean, 9 sacks, 9 on that piece of garbage, okay, that cocky, conceited, don't need to compete, don't need to look over my shoulder, everything should be handed to me. That guy got sacked 9 times. His offense had negative 16 passing yards at the half. Dotson had no chances. McLaurin got some garbage time catches. I mean, literally, they had nothing at all. And I'm happy, 100% happy about it. Because you know what? I looked at Carson Wentz and I said, man, like, he doesn't look like he changed at all. Like, not just what he looked like, what he said after the game, which I'll get to that probably in another video, but what he did on the field, he looked the exact same after 2018. The exact same. The pocket awareness wasn't there. He just looked flustered. He just looked like he was just a deer in headlights, They destroyed him. That whole defensive line, the defense, the coverage between Slay, Bradbury, Maddox, fantastic. Edwards coming up with big hits. Marcus Epps coming up with big hits. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson coming up with a few plays. I mean, just fantastic. Brandon Graham with 2.5 sacks. I mean, he doesn't even look like he came off of an Achilles injury at an old age last year. I mean, he doesn't even look like he came off an Achilles. He's playing so well. Having Brandon Graham back makes me feel so much better. It could be his last year in Philadelphia. Jordan Davis getting some pressure, still learning. Milton Williams. I mean, Javon Hargrave. Even Hassan Reddick got a piece of the football. Brandon Graham had he had 2.5 sacks. He had 5 pressures. He had a strip. I mean, they stripped him twice. I mean, it was so good just to watch this defensive line get pressure. The blitzes were there. The stunts were there. Gannon was making me smile all game. He was making me smile. Okay, and I'm not saying I'm going to trust him now. It's going to be, I don't know if I'm ever going to trust him. I'm always going to be afraid every single game. Quez Watkins, these receivers, Quez Watkins I'll start with first, and obviously got 2 PI calls. One, he would have had a touchdown for a 50-yarder. That ball was thrown in the right place, but he was pulled back by the corner. He would have been out. Quez Watkins is our legitimate deep threat. Legit, okay? He is the sneaky, underrated superstar in this offense that's going to get you quick points. Didn't happen today, but it is what it is. A.J. Brown, 5 catches, 80-something yards. Would have had over 100 yards, I think. That overthrown ball by Hurts, when he passed 2 defenders near the end zone, he would have caught that and got a touchdown. So it was one overthrown ball. It is what it is. But A.J. Brown had his first touchdown as a Philadelphia Eagle. They were in the red zone. And I love the communication between Jalen Hurts and these receivers with A.J. Brown. He tells him to do a slant. He does this little thing with his hand to kind of change the play. And A.J. Brown looks at him and kind of nods his head. And you're not going to beat A.J. Brown on a slant pass in the end zone. It's not happening. So he scored that. And then all of a sudden, Devonta Smith, holy crap, because we didn't even see this last year with Devonta. They didn't even treat Devonta Smith like a number one last year. Devonta Smith on the 45-yarder on the right sideline that shouldn't have counted, obviously, but Rivera threw the challenge flag way too late. Why he threw it that late, a play later, I have no idea. Is the guy going senile? Maybe he's getting too old. Maybe he needs to be in a freaking wheelchair. I don't know. So, he didn't have 2 feet in, but that counted. Devonta Smith was just getting open. And then all of a sudden, near the red zone, and then Jalen Hurts throws this bomb to pretty much the goal line, and he just jumps over 2 defenders and mosses both of them. And Devonta Smith's not a big football player. He's small, he's skinny, he's a slim reaper. That's why we call him that. He'll make you pay for it, but he plays so big. He plays like he's a possession receiver. It's just crazy. And then not even that. It was when we, it was 4th down. We tried to do something. The field goal unit were running out of time because the time was running down. Had no time for the field goal unit to hit the field. So Jalen Hurts changes the play and does a quick pass, and it happened so fast. I saw it literally last second when I looked up. I was like, geez, what's going on? All of a sudden, he throws the ball and on single coverage with Devonta Smith and throws it. Literally, the corner is in front of Devonta Smith, and he mossed and jumped over and grabbed that ball. I absolutely just, wow. My jaw hit the floor. I was like, because we didn't see Devonta Smith play like this last year. So I was kind of waiting until they built this offense a little bit more. The pieces were a lot better around Jalen Hurts, and man, Devonta Smith is dangerous. He is just. They're calling skinny Batman, swole Batman. I love the names that they're giving these guys because I think it's fun, and they have the Batman cape on the sideline. So Devonta Smith put the Batman cape that I guess pretty much A.J. Brown bought from Amazon, which I thought it was pretty funny. But this is a dangerous team, guys. Just dangerous, just insane. I don't know what's to come next. This team is just getting better every single game. They're growing before our eyes. Jalen Hurts is. I'm so I wasn't expecting this really early from Jalen Hurts. I figured he would have struggled early this season and then got to this point, how he's playing now, mid-season. That was what I thought. I didn't really talk about it too much, but that's when I kind of thought in my head what was going to happen. I always said he's going to have a good year. I didn't think he would have this much quick success early. Okay. Now, the second half to this game is obviously another question for everybody, okay, because we played a lot of prevent. The offense was just running basic plays to waste time. Okay, like I said, Carson Wentz, the Commanders, they literally had negative 16 yards at the half passing. We couldn't run the ball at all on them, okay? Couldn't run the ball. I guess Washington kind of prepared for the run, so the running game was no factor. I think we had a first down. I think we had a first down with Miles Sanders. Nothing crazy. It wasn't a crazy day. We literally gave the Commanders points, okay? The safety was BS. We were backed up. It was just not good. And this is all because of special teams. Special teams kind of ruins it all. But at the same time, when you get a turnover, you're in the end zone. You got to get out of that end zone. It was a slow handoff. Miles Sanders stopped. For what reason, I have no idea. They made it obvious. And, yeah, they got the safety. We gave them points, okay? Britton Covey really struggled today. I don't know what to say, but this is the last time they elevate him to the active roster. So what's the next move? When they put Devonta Smith that punt return, I was kind of freaking out for a second. Don't tell me you're going to make Devonta Smith the punt return. I think they want to put him in just so they were guaranteed that he was going to catch it and he was going to get some yards, which he got a few yards out of it. Covey was getting stood up. Covey just doesn't put his body low. He just hesitates. He runs backwards. I don't know if this is going to be the punt returner, which really sucks because I was a big fan of him as an undrafted free agent receiver from Utah that played pretty much mostly special teams. So it's just insane. It's just insane. So obviously I don't know who they're going to bring up. I would make Boston Scott a punt returner if they can. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, he's a Darren Sproles 2.0 lookalike, big lower body for a small football player. So I don't see why not. Just a lot of stuff, man. They shut them down. They left 21 points off the board. They could have scored over 40 on this team easily. Now, the reasoning I have for Nick Sirianni, not for Nick, for Shane Steichen, what Shane Steichen and Gannon kind of work together with this second half. And this isn't accidental. This is on purpose what they're doing. If it makes sense to you, if it doesn't make sense to you, I don't know. So Nick Sirianni, I keep saying Nick Sirianni. Shane Steichen is trying to run basic plays, waste time on the clock, get more possession. Okay, see if you can get first downs out of basic run plays, nothing special, and just trying to get stuff done to waste more time. Gannon's playing a lot of prevent. Okay, playing a lot of prevent, not giving up the big play, tackle them, inbounds, and waste more time. Because I think what they're doing is they look at the offense or the quarterback that they're facing to say, I think we could both do this and waste more time this way. I know it sounds really stupid, but because I don't think they thought that Carson Wentz was going to come back and get his revenge in this game and win. I didn't think he was coming back whatsoever, but they can't do this. I mean, the amount of space you're giving McLaurin, and I mean, that's when they got their yards. Really, that was the only time they got the yards, when Gannon pushed all these guys back. This is the only time they got all their yards. So they can't do this every game this season. You go into the playoffs, you can't just score in the first half. You just can't do that. You can't. It makes absolutely no sense. You can't get away with this every single game. You face a good team, they're coming back. So hopefully this is only because they have a comfortable lead and they know that the quarterback. But still, like, why would you chance it or risk that? I couldn't even risk that. Why would I even try to risk anything to have the quarterback on the opposing team score? Oh, we're up 24. We're fine. Like 24. Like look, if they scored at least another touchdown and get scored over 30 points, I would have felt a little bit more comfortable if they want to take their foot off the gas a little bit. But no, man. Like I want to keep our foot on the gas for these games. Like I don't want to let these guys come back and get all this easy yardage. You don't want to give up the big play, but it is what it is. That big play Slay left the game later on. You know what I mean? And I think he's fine. There's a lot of guys resting. Reddick had cramps. I mean, there's a lot of guys resting after today, which is good. The tight ends, Goddard had the touchdown. I thought then he ended up getting hurt, and I think he came back later in the game, so I think he's fine. A lot of these guys are banged up a little bit. Thank God our bye week is in a few weeks, so that's good. And then all of a sudden, that second half, they put Calcaterra in. All of a sudden, I see this guy catch a ball for 40 yards. And Calcaterra is so fast. Holy crap. I was impressed. I was really, really impressed. He played with Jalen Hurts at Oklahoma. He got the concussions and transferred to SMU. And that was pretty much it. The Eagles got him undrafted, which is great. And Calcaterra is just... There's something good with Calcaterra that I like. I mean, the speed is there. Don't know if he's a good blocker yet, but the speed is there. Jack Stahl is not my favorite guy. He does most of the dirty work. He does a lot of the blocking, which they do like with him. But Calcaterra, he ran really quick. He was agile. He had nice balance. He almost walked out of bounds, but he kept his balance, which was great. So, I mean, there's a lot of talent here. The coaches, the only thing that's going to fail the Philadelphia Eagles are the coaches. That's it. The coaches failed the Philadelphia Eagles. That's what's going to hold these players back, are these coaches. When we talk about Hassan Reddick he should have this many sacks. Like, this is on the coaches. He had Hassan Reddick, especially mostly at the edge, which was good. Like, he was playing more of an edge type gap, yesterday, which was great. So I was happy with that. But I got to say, man, Carson Wentz, so happy. I'm just so happy they buried him and they proved how good they are without him. I just absolutely loved it. I know I've been all over the place with this video, so I do apologize, but just so much to think about, just going back and forth with this game. The sacks, closing down Washington, and really you gave them a safety. Really you gave them points. You gave Carson his touchdown. I mean, it is what it is. So, and it was a run. It wasn't a run play touchdown. I forgot. I don't even know, because I'm so clouded and just vegging out over this, because this team is dangerous. This team is oozing with confidence and personality, and man, when's the last time we had receivers like this? I mean, I'm still dreaming. Like, when is the last time we had a roster like this and a quarterback that looks like a younger, Russell Wilson-esque, like, just baller, like, and the mentality? He goes to the sideline, he sits down, he stares into space with just fire in his eyes. Like, Hurts has, God, I could get emotional over it because Hurts has he proved me wrong in a lot of ways in a few games, because I thought this success would have came middle of the season, but it has been hot. He has started out hot, and it is going to keep going. Just insane. The whole team, it was a team win. It's not that one side is playing better than the other side. Both sides are elevating each other and helping each other, and that's what it's going to be. And I loved it because even the special teams, we're getting the ball between the 10. So what was it? At the half? We had the ball at the end of the half. Before the end of the half, we had the ball on the 14. Okay, I think it was the 12 or to the 14. We had a minute 40 to get downfield, and they got down there easily. That they're, sometimes they run a fast pace. Sometimes, and I mean, Washington was gassed. They were on the field so much. I mean, they were just gassed. The drives were just so long. They completely winded them completely. So I know I was all over the place with this vid, guys, but I'm just 3-0. I love it. I'm gonna enjoy this tomorrow. It's definitely something we should be happy about. A division game, a game that's supposed to be close. If you see a divisional game and literally somebody destroys the other team like the way the Eagles did, how they did the Commanders yesterday, that's a good sign that this team is really good. And I understand it's the Commanders and Carson Wentz sucks, so I totally get it. But this team is going to go places this year. This team is not going to give up. This team is going to fight. This team holds themselves accountable. They're not going to point the finger at anybody else. They're going to get set. There's no selfish players. They're not worried about their statistics. They want to win as a team, and that's all that matters at the end of the day with this team. So, God, I love the positivity. It's just straight business. There's no BS going on. There's no rumors of stupid stuff going on. I love how every time there's rumors, Jalen Hurts, or A.J. Brown, or somebody steps up and talks for the team and says, don't you ever say that. That's not happening. I just love, man, the camaraderie is just, they are like a steel curtain, man. They can't. God, I love it. Love this team. Love this team so much. But other than that, guys, let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought about the game in general, Carson Wentz, just everything, and this win. And what would you change about the second half? Do you get why they did what they did? I'm kind of starting to understand why they did it, but they really can't be doing this that much. There's only, if you're facing a bad team, you're up by a certain amount of points. I guess you play prevent a certain time of the game, like third to fourth quarter. You're a little too early with that. I didn't really like that much. I don't really like that the Eagles are not scoring in the second half. The two games, they scored the same amount of points. So I completely get it, okay? So let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. I'll definitely get to all your comments, and I'll see you guys on the next one. The Eagles are 3-0. Yes! Do it. See you guys later. SHAKESQUAD, follow slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.